How about the weather? Have you gotten used to it? I guess over these years, I mean, it's been over 10 years. You should be more than used to it. No? No?
No, you can't get used to it to this weather. I'm telling
Oh
you
boy.
honestly.
So my first ever guest on the series today is a lady who has been a good teacher and a friend to me. She's a native of Nigeria who currently lives in Canada and has been in Canada for quite some time, with her beautiful family living in Waterloo, Ontario. She works as an insurance broker and also helps teach young kids Igbo, a native language in Nigeria, in her spare time. She is a dedicated member of the Igbo community in Waterloo and helps organize many events to help encourage social interaction and establish connections amongst fellow Igbos. I guess it is now obvious how I met this lady. Please help me in welcoming my first guest on the show, Mrs. Grace Ogor, Odoziaku. Welcome, ma. Welcome, ma. See, I had to say that last part because I had to even practice it. I remember I went to my cousins. I said, how do you pronounce this thing? I don't want to mess it up. But yeah, welcome. Thank you for being a part of this project that I'm starting. I really appreciate the.
Oh, you're welcome. It's my honor.
Yeah.
My honor.
I really appreciate the support. I really appreciate the support. So definitely, it's a lot for me, and I'm very pleased that you're here. So I guess I'll just get on with the questions. So obviously you're in Waterloo now. And
yes,
you've been here for some time. So when did you leave? When did you leave Nigeria and come over to Canada?
Thank you, Ugo, for having me here.
Okay.
And thank you for that warm and generous introduction. I appreciate it. Yeah, my coming to Canada wasn't a direct, I should say direct flight.
Okay.
It wasn't a direct flight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went through other places before coming to Canada. So I lived in Jamaica first.
Oh, wow.
Yes, because my husband went there on technical aid corps program. Okay. I don't know if you know what that is.
No, eight course program?
Technical aid corps.
Program. Oh, aid corps program. Okay. Yeah. Could you explain to us what that program is about?
That means I don't know if that program is still in progress now in Nigeria, but in those days, Nigeria government, federal government, they used to send out every year. They send out 200 professionals from Nigeria to other African countries and Caribbean countries that need them. They send out professionals like teachers, doctors, nurses. I think those were the three, the three basic ones that they sent. So it happens that my husband got lucky and he was selected. He was a teacher. He was teaching in a high school in Onitsha, Anambra State.
Okay.
He was a maths and physics teacher, so he teaches the sciences. Okay. So he was selected. He was sent to Jamaica in 1992.
Okay.
Yeah, but I joined him later in 1996.
Mm-hmm.
So I joined him in Jamaica. So when he finished his 2-year program, he decided to stay.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So he got another job. He got a lecturing job in the Turks and Caicos Islands, which is also a Caribbean.
Okay.
Very close to the Bahamas, if you know Bahamas.
Yes.
Also close to Miami, United States. Yeah. Okay. So Turks and Caicos Islands is a British overseas territory.
Okay.
So even though it is very far away from
Britain, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it is one of the overseas territories. So we were there for 12 years. I was teaching there. He was lecturing. We had our 3 beautiful children there. We took one with us there. We had 3 there. So in August of 2008, so we decided to leave, on our own terms. We just decided to, to migrate to either Canada or US or UK. But we did our research and then we landed in Canada.
Okay.
So we came here in 2008.
Okay. Wow, that's definitely a journey you made, literally.
Yes.
I mean, all through the Caribbean, all the way to Canada. So
yes.
So when you moved into Canada, it was mainly for, I guess, opportunity that you found.
So just to give our children more exposure, give more opportunities in life, expose them to more opportunities. So
okay,
that was the main thing.
So so obviously when you went to Jamaica and then you went to the island that you went to, which was the Cape. How do you pronounce that island? Because I have to go check it now. I've never heard of it.
Turks and Caicos Islands.
Turks and Caicos Island. Okay, I will check. I'll go and check them out. Were they all speaking? They were all speaking English, I'm guessing, because British colony, Jamaica, right?
Yes.
Okay, so definitely, establishing communication was not too difficult, I would assume.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't. Okay. I taught there for the 12 years I was there in their elementary school. And my husband lectured in their community college.
Okay, that's very, very. That's a lot. That's a big journey you made, and a lot of work to actually move your family to different countries. Like even moving, I remember when I was young, even moving from one city to the other city within the same state was a big undertaking for us. So
it is.
I can only imagine what it would have been like, doing that journey to 3 different countries. So that can't be easy, and that must be very, very a very strong woman. I would say that.
Thank you very much.
So you've been here since 2008.
Yes.
What would you say Canada has been like? How would you compare Canada to Nigeria or to any of the other countries that you lived in?
Well, I mean, if I have to say all that entails, it's gonna be a long story here.
Okay.
So, but I will try as much as possible to keep it short.
Yeah, you just say express yourself. This is more like a discussion. So there's no rush. Just express yourself, and obviously if it's getting too long and everything, I'm sure we will both understand when we need to move on to the next topic. So it's fine.
I can say that before we came, we did a little research on Canada. Especially the schools that we are going to put our children in. We did we compared, we researched US, we researched UK, and then we researched Canada.
Okay.
And then we loved the school system here.
Okay.
And that's one of the main reasons that we chose Canada. And then we came. But then I know we did some research, but we did not really dig deep into what we are going to, the situation that we will encounter here, job-wise, opportunities, other opportunities. We didn't really go there. So it was we loved Canada. The first day we landed here at the airport, people were very nice. They welcomed us. It wasn't a long immigration wasn't a long process or anything. We were welcome. They drove us from the airport, the 2 taxis that we got, straight to our house. Fortunately for us, we met somebody at the Turks and Caicos Island. Okay. The sister was a student of my husband.
Oh, wow.
So he came to Canada, to Turks and Caicos. to visit his sister. Fortunately, we met him. So the sister introduced us to him. So we went to the sister's house, to talk about, our intending relocation to Canada. So we told him that we want to relocate to Canada. Then he asked us, where are you planning to settle? And we said Toronto. I think Toronto was the only place that we knew. And he said, but you have 4 young children. I don't want you to go to Toronto. I would like you to come to Waterloo. Waterloo is a little bit reserved and very family and child friendly. I would like you to start there first.
It's not too busy. It's not too busy like Toronto. Yeah.
So that was exactly what we did. So he was the one who got the house, the apartment for us. He did everything. We sent him the money. He paid our rent first and the last month. Furnished the apartment for us. So we drove straight from the airport. Yes. Wow. We drove straight from the airport to the apartment. And when we got there, the neighborhood, we were walking around, we were basically the only Black family in that neighborhood. But fortunately for us, we had good neighbors too. So one of our neighbors opposite us, he came by one day and introduced herself and told us if we need anything that we can always come to her. So we were very, very grateful. We had good neighbors. So we stayed, we were happy, and then the first snow, we were happy to meet the first snow and touch it and all whatnot. And then now it's time to settle down and look for that job.
Yeah.
Boy, but it wasn't easy.
Imagine.
It wasn't easy. So we met, very nice people in Canada, in the church. We found a church near us, Baptist church. We started there. They were very friendly. They helped us. They asked us if you have any need, any problem, let us know. And they really, really helped us to settle. So, good. But the job itself wasn't easy at all, especially for my husband. So when we came here, his ambition was to go back to school to do his PhD. But when he started the process, they asked him to do a second master's. He already had a master's degree. So he refused. He said no, that it's not what something that he likes to do. Yeah. So he didn't complete the PhD. So he didn't go back to school. So he started looking for a job. It wasn't easy at all. Every day he will sit down and write and send resumes. Same thing with me. And every day we thought, oh, this job will come, this interview will come. Actually, he was getting interviews, but after all said and done, you do not have Canadian experience. So that was the first shocker we got, Canadian experience. And we were asking, how can we get Canadian? How do we get Canadian experience if we are not given the opportunity to get the experience? But that's what it is, what we find ourselves into. So actually it was really, really a struggle then for us, especially for my husband, for him to settle, to fit in. So for myself, I went back to school. I started a program before coming to Canada. So I went back to school to finish the program. Yeah. And then also my husband started taking some professional courses because he did information technology masters. So he went on to get some professional certifications. And eventually after 2 years, he got a job.
That's nice.
Yes, in the technology industry, but that job did not last. And after
Mm.
2 years, he was also terminated
Oh.
because the time they usually have that the company is going to restructuring,
Mm.
so that was it. So he came home and he stayed for almost another two years.
Wow.
And then I said to him, you know what? You are not getting younger. This technology, your dexterity, for young, I think now it is for young people because they are very fast. And
Yeah.
I would actually like you to check your other field because you've been a teacher all your life. And even before we came here, he was certified to be a teacher here.
Wow.
A high school teacher. So I say maybe you have to go back to the teaching field. Because he said he'd been teaching all his life that he want to go to a different field. So I say, but right now, teaching here is one of the respected professions here. And the job security is there.
Yep.
Nobody will terminate you unless you do something wrong. So I told him to, go back to teaching. And then he listened to me. He went, they gave him some courses to do, and he did that. And then that was how he got the teaching job that he is currently doing right now.
Yeah.
Will I say it was easy? No, it wasn't easy.
Couldn't have been.
Coming for the first time, when you are out there and people are hoping, it is their desire, their everything. Oh, when we go abroad, especially now, Canada is the hot spot, for everybody, especially for African countries. But it can be good, but you have to embrace the change when you come. It is not all that rosy, okay? You have, unfortunately for us, when we came here, there was no organization like what we have now, okay? We had few blacks here in Waterloo. I always, when I walk to the shops, to the grocery shops, I usually stop by. If I see any black, I will stop and ask the person, sorry, how are you? Please, where are you from? Just to look for Nigerians. Unfortunately for us, we didn't have that community like we do now. So it was a little bit tough for us, and nobody kind of gave us an orientation of what to expect here. When we came, financially wise, we did not make good decisions when we came because we didn't know any better. So, but the thing is that you can ride it off. You can ride off the storm here when you come. It requires patience. It requires hard work, it requires effort, it requires asking a lot of questions, to know what to do. So I don't know if I've gone beyond what you asked.
No, I think this is great. It's you made a lot of you gave a lot of detail to your experience, and I think it's an eye opener to a lot of people who don't really understand what it means to actually make that move. Some people just and in my experience, I see a lot of people having this expectation that once you make that move, automatically your life is easier, and it's not exactly that's not exactly the the situation. You have to, especially you're going to a country where there's no one, or at least you don't have a lot of people who are invested in you or who know who you are, or anyone who is willing to actually make sacrifices for you, kind of similar to your friend who was able to get your house ready before you moved in. There are very few people that would do that, unlike your hometown where you have a community that is willing to support you and ensure that you don't lose out, or you don't have issues or fail or not meet the expectations that they have set for you and things like that. So That's not there. You're literally going there, and especially in your situation where you had to go with your family. You know, it must have been so difficult, you know, with you and your kids, you know, through those difficult times. And you know, it's really an amazing feat to see how you know, you and your husband were able to, you know, conquer your problems and are here today. You know, you seem, you know, very well done and well fed, and you're looking beautiful and you're happy.
Thank you so much. And we have that Canadian experience.
Exactly, you know, so that's, you know, so it's a good,
once you have
very
it,
good
you
story.
are fine, you are okay.
Yeah. So you know, it's a good experience, and I think it's good for a lot of people who don't know what it's like. Yeah. So I guess I would ask another question. You've talked about the people. They were very friendly, and you know, they were great. How would you consider the food over here? And this is more like a, you know, segue, if you may. But how would you consider the food in Canada? Is it something that you like to eat once in a while, or you stay away from the traditional meals and you usually go cook what you're familiar with all the time?
Okay. So I usually cook what I'm familiar with. Okay. Especially when we came, you know, because in the Turks and Caicos Islands, we used to order the food stuff from there. Okay. So when we came here, for me, even now, I'm still not used to you know, I'm not gonna say I'm not used to Canadian food. I try it once in a while. Yes, like if I go to their functions, or sometimes I try to make it at home for my children who also love Canadian food.
Oh, they do. Okay, that's good.
They do. They try both our, you know, traditional
food
and the Canadian food. Okay. So I try. Luckily for us, unfortunately for us, we have African shops here. Yeah. Where they sell Nigerian food. So I usually go there to shop, even though they are expensive. But we try, you know, whatever we can lay our hands on. We try. But I can say that you know, I will say Canadian food maybe 30%. And then our own food, Nigerian food, 70% most of the time. Yeah.
Well, that's a good balance, if anything, because I know of people who will not in a single day eat anything that they are not used to. Or in my case, I remember when I moved to a new place, I don't, obviously, you know, first of all, to even find the ingredients for our own meals can be very hard, or even unavailable, right? Or just very expensive. So right. Okay. So that's one, you know, that's something that, you know, I can understand, and it's nice. At least you blend it. How about the weather? You know, have you gotten used to it? I guess over these years, I mean, it's been over 10 years. You should be more than used to it. No,
you can't get used to it. To this weather. I'm telling you honestly. Our first snow experience, we were so excited. Yeah. But then it kept on coming year after year. I mean, every year it seems like the first time. Oh wow. So I don't know. I'm not used to it. Oh. The only thing is that I'm prepared for it because I know it will be coming. There's nothing I can do. I prepare myself for it. I buy the right gears for it to keep me warm. So that's it. You know, this question you asked me, I've asked a lot of people that question. And the same answer. Same answer.
Same answer. It's definitely something I can't do. Yeah, and the funny thing is, I see a lot of people, you know, mostly Canadians. In fact, I guess all of them are Canadians. You know, when they see the snow falling, they're like, "Oh wow, the snow's falling. That's great." And I'm like, "That's not great. That's a bad sign." It is. But you know, people are different, and people have what they like.
Yeah, people are different. But can I say one thing?
Sure.
How many was it? 5 years ago, I went to Nigeria.
Yeah.
it was during Christmas time. I
Yeah.
was in Lagos.
Yeah.
I actually missed the snow.
Oh wow.
It hit
You
back
missed
home.
it. Wow.
I missed the snow for the very first time in my life. I missed the snow because it was so hot
Yeah.
that I couldn't take it.
Oh boy.
Even fan would nothing helped me. I was so hot.
So hot. Oh boy.
I was so hot. Like I really, really miss snow. I wanted to jump the plane and come back to Canada right away.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I can imagine that, because I know, although for me, when I go back home, I feel that warmth. At least from maybe because I'm still fairly, new to to Canada, so my experience may be a little different from most people who stayed so long. So going back home is, it's a different feel to it. So maybe that's why. But yeah, I guess I can understand that. So I guess the next question would be, what are your current challenges then? Because I think you've mentioned how difficult it was to settle, and then you finally settled. But now that you're here, what would you consider your at this stage that you are right now? So what would be your main problems that you're experiencing in dealing with your current situation?
My current challenges. Now I'm getting older.
Okay.
So I think one of my current challenge right now is planning for my retirement.
Okay.
Yeah. I can say that what do you call it? Career-wise. Well, I'm still diving into other careers, even at my age, because we continue to grow. Okay, life is a process, ongoing process. So I'm still diving into other careers. So my biggest challenge now is I think my children are all in school. My husband is doing his job. I am doing my job. Even though it is still not my dream job, I still want to do something, of my own, like work for myself 100%,
That's
so that
understandable.
is also a little challenge that I have, how to go about it, how to start it, and how to take that leap of faith, leaving my full-time job and doing, some
entirely,
other thing, having my own business and not really buying and selling business, something else.
Something different.
So that is a challenge. And then retirement here is not the same way back home. Back home you can have your children, people surrounding you, around you, but here it is not the same. You have to plan for your retirement, and you have to start from early on to plan, even though most people don't know. But when you are here, when you go and look at statistics, what people are paid as their pension when they retire, it is very, very ridiculous. Extremely ridiculous. So that is why that is one of my challenges now, what to do. And that is why I want to start something of my own, to have a solid plan, for my retirement. I don't want to be working till I'm 70 and
Oh, I hear you. I hear you.
I don't want to be working till I'm 70. At 70, I would like to, enjoy myself, maybe travel around the world, and so all whatnots. So that
sounds nice. That sounds like a good plan. Like a good plan. So, I guess we'll just briefly go to some of the things that you've been doing since you came to Canada. So you mentioned you're an insurance broker, right?
Yes.
I'm guessing does this encompass the general scope of insurance, or are there particular segment or sectors in insurance that you focus more on? Like maybe it's housing, or maybe car, or the finances. What type of insurance, or is it just all insurance? The entire insurance sector that you're focused on?
Yes, it's general insurance,
Okay.
and this is my passion. I love what I do,
Okay.
helping people plan for their financial future,
Mm-hmm.
plan for retirement, which is one of the things I mentioned.
You just mentioned, yeah.
I want to do my own too.
Mm-hmm.
And I do general insurance.
Okay.
Like I am I will say financial education distributor.
Mm.
Okay. So I am not what I do. I am not a captive agent. A captive agent is an agent that works for a particular company.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say Manulife is an insurance company here.
Mm.
If I go to work for them, I become a captive
agent. Okay.
Yeah, because they have employed me and they will be paying me. But I'm not a captive agent. I work for so many insurance companies. I distribute their product. Yeah. And I also do investment with a lot of investment companies. I do mortgage insurance. Okay. I do car insurance referral. I do funeral concierge. Okay. People planning for their, saving money later for their, funeral. They do little by little contribution every month. So that when that day comes, the family will not be running helter-skelter. The funeral company will be the one to do everything for them and even give their beneficiaries whatever they are worth, but everything they have planned, everything for themselves. So this is what I do. I do RRSP, Registered Retirement Savings Plan, which is also a pension plan. I also do RESP, Children's Education, and so many things.
Wow, that's definitely a very large portfolio for sure.
Yes, I'm a financial educator.
Okay.
And before I do anything with you, there must be education part of it.
Oh, okay.
I will educate you, and we will go through your financial needs analysis, your financial needs analysis, and then we know exactly what you want. You know exactly what you are getting. And you know your purse if you can afford it.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is how just like Costco. We are I don't work for a particular insurance company. I work for a lot of them. Like around more than 200 of them here in Canada and in the United States. So so we are like Costco. The big distribution
wholesale,
wholesale chain, and Walmart and Airbnb, they don't have any of those products. They don't have the products. They market other people's products.
That makes sense. Yes.
Yes, they don't. Walmart doesn't have any product that they manufacture.
I mean, I guess they do have. I guess they do have some. Some of those, I don't know if you've seen those yellow packets, items that they sell. Like if you go to Walmart, there's always this, good value, best value products. It's always like the cheapest thing on the aisle.
But it's not them. It's not them. Even we have their logo, but it's not them.
It's not them. Okay.
We put Walmart logo on it, but the product is not. Just like if you go to Costco, the product may have Costco logo, but it's not Costco's product. People make it, and Costco will tell them, we have the standard that they want.
I see.
They will make it for. So the same thing for us. We work with A-rated insurance companies and banks. I work with banks too, you know, with RBC, Manulife, CIBC, BMO. I work with them, you know, to market their investment and other, you know, portfolios. So that's what I do, and I like it. I like when I help families, you know, put smiles on their face, and they say thank you, you know, for helping me do this and do that. So
that's nice.
That's what I do.
So
in the service industry.
Okay. But you also do something else, because you know, you mentioned your you know, you also help children learn Igbo, which is
Igbo.
Yes, your native language.
I'm a strong proponent of our language, Igbo language. Unfortunately, when I call people from home, like two of us we are discussing now, we're speaking English. Okay.
Yeah.
When I call people from home, you know, our Igbo people, we have to appreciate our language. We have to really, really appreciate our language. I was shocked when I came here, and each time I hopped on the bus, and I meet Chinese students. When I was a student in University of Waterloo, they will be just chatting in their Chinese language, you know. You go to shops, you see Chinese people. They are very, very proud of their language. And even other ethnic groups in Nigeria, like Yorubas, when they congregate,
they don't speak English now.
You know, they communicate and interact in their language. But for us Igbos, it is not exactly like that. You know, even from back home, we teach. First, some of us, our children, English is their first language. You know, so but it's not supposed to be so. It is when you leave the country and you come here, you see the need for your language. You know, we really, really need to appreciate our Igbo language, and I'm trying. I was teaching it before until COVID. You know, but we are still making plans to, you know, to go back, maybe do it online. I'm still working with the school board, you know, to establish us again so that we can. I know a lot of parents are really, really anxious and waiting for that to
start. Yeah.
So very soon, I thought we would have started this September, but it didn't work out for us. So I'm hoping by January things will be, you know, in place.
Yeah.
And
Okay, that's good. So obviously we've talked about your future plans, you know, some of the things you do, and your challenges. So I guess the question would then be, do you think you will ever go back to Nigeria for anything, like permanently?
You know what? I love my country. I love my nativity, you know, my Igbo land. I love it so much, and I miss it so much. You know, if you talk to anybody here, if Nigeria or our place gets better, will you go back? They will, like, more than 80% will tell you yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Will go back. You know. I really love Nigeria, and I'm hoping that I will go back, you know, one day, because I still have my loved ones there. I have my friends, my well-wishers, everybody, my family, I have them there. I'm still, my husband and myself, we used to go back to Nigeria every year. We visit every year. We alternate. If I go this year with some of the kids, the next year he too will go with some of the kids. So, but for some time now, you know, Canada trying to settle down. We have not been doing that. But we went home 2 years ago. Well, almost 2 years ago. Yeah, we went home in 2020. Yeah, 2020. Last year.
Yeah,
we went home.
And how was it? How was the experience going back home? How was the feeling?
Well, the feeling I got to meet some people, my family, so that gave me a lot of joy.
Mm-hmm.
But then the other experience, it was horrible, because
Mm-hmm.
it was during the COVID.
Yeah.
It was during the height of COVID.
Of COVID, yeah, 2020, yeah.
Yes. And we were stranded in Nigeria for almost 3 months. My husband and myself. It wasn't a funny experience.
And your children were over here when...
Yeah, my children were over here.
Must have been difficult.
And we were over there. And the most difficult part of it is that we couldn't even move around, in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Because all the borders were closed, international borders were closed, and local borders were closed. So you couldn't move from one city to another.
What states were you in during this period?
Abia State.
Abia State, okay.
Yes.
Must be. Also, I don't really know about Abia State as much during that period, but I know the neighboring state, which is Port Harcourt, was extremely.
Port Harcourt was the worst.
Yeah. I heard a lot.
Yeah, Port Harcourt was the worst.
So I can imagine. They may have extended some of those curfews and rules and all that towards or maybe the governor of Abia State may have emulated some of the things the governor of Rivers State was doing. Yeah. Well, at least we're past. I am hoping we're past that stage of COVID. No one's going to be.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah,
I'm hoping. So. Even though Nigerians, they didn't take it seriously. They didn't take it seriously at all.
I don't think so. I went there quite recently. I don't think they take it seriously.
I don't know about now, but when I was there, they didn't take it seriously. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, any remarks for the improvement of Nigeria? Like, what do you think Nigeria could do to improve itself? Because obviously there was an incentive, that made you leave, and even when you went back, you still, like you mentioned earlier, that if there's some improvement, that people would want to come back. So what do you think Nigeria needs to do so that people can, be more willing to come back or be reluctant to leave in the first place in chase of greener pastures?
Yeah, there are a lot of talents and possibilities in Nigeria. If you go, you will see it. You don't need what do you call it? Okay, the word just escaped. You don't need a magic wand to tell you that Nigeria is full of possibilities, and when you go there, you will see young people, talented, but no opportunities are given to them, to establish their talent.
It's very sad.
Yeah, it made my heart bleed when I traveled home, and I was, just looking at young people just roaming about the streets and just doing nothing, looking for something to do. And these are people, if given opportunities, you will see what they can do. The thing with our leaders should they have to see that young people are the builders of nation. They have to wake up and start looking back. How are we going to improve our young people, our youth? Because they are our future generation. So if our leaders, we need good leaders in Nigeria, period. We need good leaders to fix something, to fix our school system, to fix our agricultural system, which is in a mess right now.
Big mess.
Nothing is happening. People are hungry, and anytime you call, they are hungry, no food. Why should there be no food in a country like Nigeria? Why should there be? We have arable lands. We are blessed. We don't really have natural disasters like some other countries do.
Some other countries do, yeah, that's true.
So I don't know what it is. I think that our leaders should look beyond. They should have a vision beyond the oil, that has been our headache, our biggest problem in Nigeria. That oil really, really set us back. Because before oil, Nigeria was okay. There was food, agriculture, things were moving until oil. So even the oil, the oil boom, people did very well. But other countries are moving beyond oil.
Yeah.
And Nigeria government should also, our leaders should also do that. Invest in our youth, in our youths. That's the most important thing. Improve our education system. We need that. Create job opportunities for youth.
For the youths, yeah.
Empower farmers, large scale farming and food production. So I done a lot. I really, and we need, just to cap it off, we need good governance. We need good governance.
Yeah.
And people should be held accountable.
For
There's no accountability in that country.
That's a big one. Accountability.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think people are accountable, and also because it's almost like a cycle. You have situations even when, because this is like I said, it's like a cycle where, of course, if the leaders aren't accountable, then why should the people be accountable for their own actions, right? And so you have this vicious cycle that takes place, and the people don't want to even make any attempt to do anything positive for themselves, because why should they? The people who are supposed to make their life easy aren't doing it and don't even want to be held accountable. So the
irony is that our leaders, some of them who are just doing whatever they feel that they are doing, taking the country and putting it in their pockets.
Yeah.
The thing is that after all said and done, everybody is a part of it. Everybody is in it. Yeah. It doesn't matter what you have or what you have accumulated for yourself. You are still in the same mess that you created. Okay? You're still in the same mess that you created. One of our proverbs in Igbo land says, "Onye oji onye na ala ji onwe ya." When you're holding somebody down, you're also holding yourself. The only way that person can get up is when you get up yourself. But as long as you pin the person down, the person is down, you too will be down. That's what they don't realize.
Yeah.
So for them to be up, they have to let all the people that they are leading, they have to let them up
as well. I agree.
So that things will work well for everybody. When the populace are happy, the leaders are happy as well.
That is true. Okay, so I guess we're coming to the end of the interview, or you say podcast, whatever you may, however you want to address it. But I guess for now, I'll just call it a podcast, or today's episode. So any advice do you have for other Nigerians that wish to embark on the same journey that you made, or on the same, plan of leaving Nigeria and moving onto a new country, or to Canada, or to make the same, itinerary that you made, Jamaica to the island? And
Yes. Well, I believe in adventure.
Okay.
It depends on what you need in life. If you have, I can say, well, if you have something good that is working for you in Nigeria, well, I don't see the reason why you will want to come. Because what people don't realize is that when they come out here, they need time, they need patience in order for them to reach, even the half level. Let's say you have something, you're a bank manager in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And you're coming here. That it will take you some years, it will take you some education for you to get to that same level, or even the middle of that level. Most of us, when you come here, you start from you start afresh.
Yeah.
You have to go back to school, to reestablish yourself here, to get into the system, the so-called Canadian experience.
Experience.
So
That's
you have
definitely
to
a
do
quote
that.
I've picked up from this our conversation. Canadian experience. Canadian
Yes,
experience.
yes. It is not easy.
Mm.
It depends on what you want, why you want to live,
Mm-hmm.
because I've met a lot of people, top people, in their companies in Nigeria. They come here, they're working in factories, some of them are grumbling. Some of them say, you know what, even though we are here, we are doing this, but it's still better for us because we have the security, that's the main reason
true.
why we have the security. So it depends on what you want, so there's always two way to everything. It is not all that rosy when you come. Okay, but if you come, you can still, with patience and perseverance, you can still get there, get what you want. But I bet you it is not going to come all that easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely true. All right. So I guess we're officially done with the podcast. Thank you very much, Mrs. Grace, for being a part of the show to pilot this project that I'm starting. Truly appreciate it. Please, if you may, you can definitely advertise your business, your insurance broker business, for the people who may be willing to do anything regarding insurance and need some guidance or education. I'll definitely put your details in the link in the description of the video if you want, so that people can decide to follow up with you and get the necessarily knowledge that they need on that aspect. So so thank you so much, and I wish you well.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. And enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and have a great one.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, ma.
Bye.
Something